What's your street name?
I just got caught in the wrong position, you know.
No, you didn't.
I didn't do nothing wrong, man.
You know what? Yeah, and what's the lettering on the side of your face?
Some words.
Hmm?
Some words.
Yeah, what are the words? So here's the thing. You're in a court of law,
Yes, ma'am.
so don't do the slang with me because you're the jokester from high school. There is always one.
Tire sign, shit like stuff like that. Excuse my cousin.
Children are supposed to be proud of their parents, right?
She is proud of me though.
Yeah, she doesn't know what you're up to.
I'm a good guy.
No, you're not.
I mean,
All right,
stuff happens. It happens.
No, it doesn't. There's no help for you.
This defendant might just rank among the most arrogant individuals I've seen in a courtroom in quite some time. From the moment he sat down, his body language screamed defiance. There was no sign of respect for the judge, the courtroom, or the seriousness of the charges stacked against him. Keep in mind, he's staring at the possibility of spending up to 2 years in jail for allegedly stealing someone's car. That's no small matter, yet his demeanor suggested he thought he was untouchable. Adding to the drama, the case revealed his known on the streets by a nickname, something Judge Board didn't shy away from bringing up. The judge came in thoroughly prepared, with documents, details, and the kind of facts that left no room for denial. And almost immediately, the hearing turned tense. From the very start, you could see the defendant believed he could outtalk the system, as though clever words and attitude might override hard evidence. What makes this situation stand out is that rather than softening his tone or showing even a shred of humility, he leaned harder into his arrogance. Every answer carried a challenge, every word suggested he thought he was in control. But in reality, he wasn't steering this hearing at all. He was digging himself in deeper with every sentence. So the question becomes, is he truly telling the truth when he claims he isn't involved with gangs? Or is this just another performance from someone deeply tied to street life? Either way, his approach in court is bold, some would say reckless. Let's break down how Judge Board handled the situation as the tension continued to rise.
Court is calling 2024 CR 4372, State of Texas versus Brandon James McCaskill. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Andrew Harrison.
Defense?
Elizabeth Settle.
And are you Mr. McCaskill?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery? Did you review it with your client?
I have you.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Is there an application in this case?
Yes, for probation, for community supervision.
Did you understand you're charged with the offense of unauthorized use of a vehicle? That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand? If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent? According to the plea, punishments be assessed at 2 years in the state jail facility. State recommends community supervision. There's to be restitution, if any, to Miles Brown. Did you understand that to be the plea? Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State any evidence? Any objection?
No objection.
You may be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, after reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Judge.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
It's just that we would ask that you follow the plea agreement. My client has an 8-year-old daughter and a wife that he supports. He works as a car detailer. So we would just ask that you follow the agreement.
Okay. What's your street name?
No.
That's not what you said in the police report. You said P1 stated that he didn't know Wood's real name and stated that some, I don't know why people are still using the N-word, don't want their name to be known. You feel me? And I respect it. I go by a street name and he go by a street name. That's what we do. So what's your street
I
name?
know about street names. I don't know why I was in the report.
All right. And what's the 100 on your hand about?
I just 100.
No, what does that mean? You're 100.
It's just authentic, you know. It's old. This is old.
It's what?
It's old. It's old. it really has no significant meaning.
So why would you tattoo 100 on your hand and it has no significant
I
meaning?
mean, it does, but it's not. It's just me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and what's the lettering on the side of your face?
Some,
Hmm?
some words.
Yeah, what are the words?
Against all odds.
All right, and what's the tattoo in the center of your forehead about?
It's a broken heart.
All right, and what's the other one?
Blessed.
And what's the neck tattoo about?
It's just some initials.
And what's on the other hand?
It's just a bomb. It ain't nothing.
And what's the initials on your hand?
My partner that got killed. Just in remembrance of my partner that got killed.
So how did he get killed?
Gun violence.
And why are you riding around with a gun in the vehicle?
Yeah.
All right, that's what the police report says.
I'll be charged with a gun.
From the very start, Judge Boyd had this defendant pinned down with the facts. According to the police report, a firearm was said to be involved, yet for reasons not entirely clear, that particular charge never made it to trial. Even so, the mere mention of a gun tied to a case like this is enough to raise eyebrows. But what's even more striking is the way the defendant carried himself through it all, smiling, chuckling, and sitting there as though this were nothing more than a casual meet-up with friends instead of a serious criminal hearing. Body language can reveal a lot, and in this situation, it painted a picture of someone who simply wasn't taking his circumstances seriously. This man is facing the possibility of up to 2 years behind bars for allegedly stealing another person's car, yet his relaxed posture suggested it was all routine, as if showing up in court was just another stop on his weekly schedule. The irony doesn't stop there. He claims to work as a car dealer, someone who makes a living around vehicles every single day. And now here he is, accused of stealing one. That contrast is almost too sharp to ignore, and you can bet the prosecution didn't let that detail slip by unnoticed. What stood out most, though, was how he kept leaning back in his chair, smirking, and sneaking glances toward the gallery. It was less about the case and more about maintaining some image or bravado. But here's the truth. Courtrooms don't reward swagger. They respond to evidence, facts, and respect for the process. That attitude might work on the streets, but it doesn't win favor in front of a judge. Let's see how Judge Boyd decides to deliver the reality check that's been long overdue.
So, your 8-year-old that you're so concerned about now, but you were not concerned about when you were riding around in the vehicle, where's your 8-year-old?
She's at home right now.
With who?
Safe and sound.
With who?
With my wife. She's good.
Now, what does that mean, she good? So here's the thing. You're in a court of law,
Yes, ma'am.
so don't do the slang with me
Yes,
because it will not register with me, and it will not register with me purposely on my part.
Yes, ma'am.
So your 8-year-old daughter is with, you say, your wife?
Yes.
So you all are legally married.
No.
So that's not your wife. So let's start there. You're not legally married, so that's not your wife. That's the mother of your child.
Yes, ma'am.
You, for some reason, felt she was not worthy to be blessed with a marriage with you. Because did you ask her to marry you? That would be a no. So don't be coming into court using your wife, who is not your wife, and your daughter to play on sympathy of the court.
Right. No,
So
definitely.
that's not, let's start with, that's not your wife. That's the mother of your child. And does she have employment?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And she's always had employment.
Yes, ma'am.
And you have not always had employment.
Yeah, I have.
No.
Yes, ma'am, I have.
And so you're saying you're supporting your wife and your daughter on a salary of detailing cars?
Sale cars and detail cars.
Oh, but not this one, because this one was stolen. So where do you sell and
Wasn't
detail
even-
cars?
It was in my vehicle. I was detailing the vehicle and I got in the situation I'm in now.
All right, what I can
Still
tell
my
you
vehicle.
is nowhere in this police report, many things were said, but nowhere in this police report do you say that you were detailing that vehicle. You said that Woods loaned that vehicle to you.
No, I said I was detailing the vehicle for him. I don't know why they didn't put it in the police report, but we always had them type of technicalities.
So you detailing a vehicle for a guy, according to you,
Yes, ma'am.
that you met at the Bear County Jail.
Yeah.
Okay. So where is your shop?
It's like if I met you
You will not, let me just tell you, you will not be meeting me at the Bexar County Jail unless you're a client and I'm an attorney, or unless I'm going to the Bexar County Jail to speak to inmates for whatever reason. So where's your detail shot?
I don't have one. I'm starting this from the ground up. I'm over. I'm over.
Yeah.
I'm a mobile detailer.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
So what's the equipments you use to detail since you're mobile, which means you have to take equipment from one place to the other place? Are you just going to somebody's home and using their water and their soap and saying you're a detailer?
Well, unless like I go to a car wash and I do my thing there, you know, I vacuum the car out, tire shine, shit like stuff like that. Excuse my cussing. Yeah, I'm a mobile detailer.
That's not detailing. I do that to my own vehicle. I vacuum it out.
Use Purple Power, stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yes. That's
detail,
something. Yeah, that's something you can buy from any store.
Tough stuff.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, we got to start somewhere, right?
Sure. And let's hope it's not at the Bexar County Jail meeting people that we don't know their names, because we don't do that. We just have street names. Deputy Laura, I don't have a street name. When people see me, they call me Stephanie Boyd.
My name is Judge.
Yeah, okay, that should be my street name, Judge. All right, this is what the court is going to do. Court is finding you guilty. Court is going to sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility, suspended and probated for 3 years. There's going to be a TAP evaluation. Follow those recommendations. If you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
Probably be negative, you know, but I'm not.
When you say you'll probably be negative, why do you think it's just probably?
I mean, it's been a little minute since I smoked, but.
Smoked what?
Marijuana, you know.
All right, you're not allowed to smoke marijuana on probation or drink alcohol.
Yes, ma'am, I know that. You won't have no type of issues like that with me at all.
Did he really just respond to the judge with the word period? That alone tells you everything you need to know about how poorly he's reading the situation. From the start, I thought maybe all the talk about his street name and image was being played up a little, like it was just a harmless nickname or some youthful bravado. But the longer he speaks, the clearer it becomes that he's not exactly helping his own credibility here. Even the story about his so-called business doesn't add up. He claims to run a mobile detailing service, but what it actually boils down to is driving cars over to a car wash and calling it entrepreneurship. Now, on its own, that detail might not seem like a big deal. But when he uses it as evidence of being a hardworking, responsible provider for his family, the cracks start to show. It comes across less like a business model and more like an excuse dressed up as professionalism. And then there's the way he carries himself while saying all this. Every other sentence slips into casual slang or ends with a sly jab at the court, making it impossible for the judge, or anyone watching, to take him seriously. It's not just the words, it's the tone, the body language, the slouched posture that screams indifference. He doesn't project responsibility, he projects that he simply doesn't care. That raises a big question. If he can't remain respectful and composed for a few minutes in front of a judge, how could anyone reasonably expect him to follow the rules of probation for years? Respect in a courtroom isn't optional, it's the bare minimum. And right now, he's showing the exact opposite.
There's going to be 120 hours community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. There's going to be proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors until further notice. I'm going to want field visits 1 time per month until further notice. There's to be no contact and restitution to Miles Brown, CATS 1 and 2. CATS 1 and 2 is a class that's going to tell you what you should already know, which is don't steal. Don't take what doesn't belong to you. The MRT course, there's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person and regular random UAs. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful? Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. So you have a daughter, correct? This is what you need to ask yourself, because children are supposed to be proud of their parents, right?
She is proud of me though.
Yeah, she doesn't know what you're up to. So this is what I'm going to say to you. You need to look at yourself honestly in the mirror and ask yourself, would you want, with the baggage you have right now and where you are in your life, if your daughter were of age, would you want her to bring you home to meet her parents? Yeah, I know the answer is no. So if the answer is no, you know what that means? She is not proud of you right now. You are presenting a picture of yourself to her that is not true. I don't know anybody who would be proud. Oh yeah, my father is taking some car from some guy named Wood. Oh, my father is smoking marijuana. Oh, my father is tattooing his body up with things that mean nothing, like the 100. I'm fine. Here's the thing. I'm fine with people having tattoos. That's fine. People can have tattoos, but if you're going to have tattoos, at least let it have some meaning. You understand? And until you can say you would be so happy that your daughter would bring a guy like you on paper home to meet her family, until you can honestly say that.
I'm a good guy.
No, you're not. You're committed. So you're telling this court that you would be happy and proud of your daughter to bring somebody home who has felony charges.
I mean,
all right,
stuff happens. It happens.
No, it doesn't. All right, there's no help for you, but here's the thing. You cannot have unsupervised contact with minors. So you know what that means? That means for your child to have contact with you, somebody else needs to be present, an adult who is thinking and looking out for her, because you're not.
I just got caught in the wrong position, you know.
No, you didn't.
I didn't do nothing wrong, man.
You know what? Turn and look at your attorney. Ask her how many times she's been caught driving a car illegally. You know what? Ask the deputies. Deputy Laura, how many times have you been charged with unauthorized use of a vehicle? Vashawn, do you have in your past an unauthorized use of a vehicle that you've done probation for? Zach, have you been at the Bexar County Jail staying there because you've been arrested for an offense?
If I say yes, do you player?
Yeah. See, that's no. Your attorney hasn't been at the Bexar County Jail. And you're telling me with a straight face, jokingly, because you're the jokester from high school, there is always one. You're telling me with a straight face that you would be proud of your daughter to bring you home. And you know what that's saying? The people in that box, no. You see the people over in that box? Some of them have unauthorized use of a vehicle. So what you're telling me is, if any one of those guys, if your daughter were an adult, you would be proud for her to bring any one of them home. Yeah, that'll be a no. Thank you very much. Change your life.
Yes, ma'am.
I've got to be honest, my confidence in this defendant turning things around is pretty slim. From everything we've seen, it doesn't look like he's about to walk the straight path anytime soon. You can just tell with some people that the courtroom will see them again, and unfortunately, he fits that pattern. It's not about exaggeration, it's about the way he presents himself, like the rules are negotiable and accountability doesn't apply to him. What really makes this situation sad, though, is the fact that he's a father. He has an 8-year-old daughter watching how he moves through life. Instead of focusing on stability and setting an example, he seems far more invested in keeping up a street image. That's the part of cases like this that sticks with me. It's not just one person making reckless choices. There's a ripple effect that spills over to their family, their children, and their future. You'd hope that the possibility of jail time would serve as a wake-up call, a chance to course correct. But if today's attitude is anything to go by, that reality check hasn't landed yet. Judge Wood gave him multiple chances to present himself with respect, to show even a glimpse of responsibility, but he passed on all of them. At some point, the legal system reaches its limit. It can provide structure and consequences, but real change has to come from the individual. So the question is, was this his last time in front of a judge, or just another step in a cycle that's going to repeat itself? I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Thanks for following along with this breakdown. I truly appreciate the support. And if you found this commentary insightful, don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps keep this channel going strong. Until next time, take care.